Dark street, police lights flash red and blue. Malik's face, calm, scared, confused. He didn't steal. He didn't fight. He didn't even talk back, but that night, Malik Carter got treated like a criminal, for one reason only, because he was black. They said he fit the description. They said it was procedure. But when the truth came out, it turned that whole town upside down. Early morning. Small Georgia town. Kids riding bikes, stores opening, Malik walking with a backpack. Malik was just 22. Worked long hours as a mechanic by day, and at night he ran deliveries to help pay rent. Man had dreams. Wanted his own repair shop, something he could pass down. Didn't mess with nobody, didn't chase trouble. But in that town, folks didn't always see hard work. They saw skin tone. One night after finishing a food delivery, Malik was driving home. Out of nowhere, blue lights hit his rear view. He pulls over, calm, respectful, hands visible. Officer walks up, cold tone. Step out the car. Malik's like, did I do something wrong, officer? No response. Then another cop car pulls up. 2 more officers step out. Next thing he knows, he's face down on his own hood. Cuffs tight around his wrists. Somebody had robbed a gas station nearby, and the suspect was a black male in a hoodie, driving an old sedan. That was it. That's all it took. Dashcam flickers, muffled yelling, Malik in cuffs. No proof. No witness. Just a black man driving home after work. Next morning, his face is all over local news. Local man arrested in gas station robbery. His boss saw it. His mom saw it. The whole town saw it. And his world started falling apart before he could even speak. But here's the wild part. While Malik sat in that cold, smelly cell, the real robber was still out there. Malik's mom, Denise, at kitchen table, papers spread out. Now his mama, Miss Denise, she wasn't about to just sit back. She knew her boy. She started collecting receipts, timestamps, screenshots, every piece of proof showing where Malik really was. Meanwhile, this young reporter, Rachel Moore, heard about the case. She'd covered stories like this before. Same pattern, same pain. So she starts digging. Asked for the body cam footage. They stalled. Said still under review, but Rachel didn't stop there. She went digging through local cameras, grocery stores, parking lots, you name it. And then she found it. Boom. A grocery store camera time-stamped the exact same minute the robbery went down. And who's standing right there in line? Malik, buying groceries. He couldn't have been at the crime scene if he tried. But even with that, cops didn't release him. They said they were verifying. Man sat in that cell for 23 days while the truth just sat in some file nobody cared to open. Jail shadows. Newspaper clippings, time passing. Here's the twist. Turns out the real suspect was already locked up in another county. 2 days earlier. A clerical error, they called it. But when Rachel's article dropped, wrong man arrested in gas station robbery, the whole internet lit up. The police called it a mistake. But records showed Malik was booked, charged and denied bail. Ain't no mistake last 23 days. Protest signs. Local news reports. Malik walking free. Rachel's digging exposed more. This wasn't just Malik. At least 14 black men across nearby towns had been wrongfully detained under the same excuse. Match the description. Some lost jobs. Some lost homes. One didn't even make it out alive. That ain't coincidence. That's a system running off bias and fear. Town hall, Malik stands to speak. When Malik finally walked out of that jail, he didn't go home quiet. He stood in front of a town meeting, heart still heavy, and said, I don't want revenge. I want change. Those words hit different. They went viral. Suddenly, this small-town story was on national TV. Malik met with city officials. He pitched real solutions. Training programs, youth mentorship, mandatory body cam release. At first, they laughed him off, but the pressure built. Folks started showing up, marching, speaking out. That's when people realized Malik wasn't just another case. He was the spark. Malik teaching kids in a garage, helping them fix bikes. A few months later, Malik started the Carter Project, a nonprofit helping young men find jobs instead of getting caught up in the system. He went to schools, churches, community centers. He spoke about what happened, about dignity, about not letting the system define you. And you know what's crazy? One day, the same officer who arrested him showed up at one of those talks. Afterward, The cop walked up, shook Malik's hand, and said, "I was wrong." "Thank you for not giving up on us," Malik smiled. Not out of pity, but peace. He wasn't forgiving the system. He was freeing himself from it. New garage, daylight, second chance garage, sign shining. A year later, he finally made that dream come true. Opened his own repair shop, second chance garage. Right outside, there's a sign that reads, "Don't judge a man by what they said about him. Judge him by what he's done since." Now he hires guys with records, gives kids internships, shows them there's more to life than what people expect of them. Shot over town. People of all colors walking together. Malik's story ain't just about injustice. It's about transformation. He was punished for being black, not for being wrong. But he flipped the pain, turned it into purpose. And that's what real strength looks like. Because when life puts you on trial for just existing, you got two choices: break down or build up. Malik built something the system couldn't take away: hope. So yeah, he was wrongfully arrested. But now he's right where he was meant to be, inspiring change, one fix, one kid, one story at a time. And maybe that's the real justice. Not revenge, but redemption.